Did you know that your spirit guides are actively trying to communicate with you, but maybe you're just not picking up on their guidance, or just not realizing that you can receive way more of their support? And are you really listening? In this video, I'll share with you some tips on how you can really improve your communication with your guides, and especially your receiving of their help on a daily basis. Hey beautiful souls, I'm Jenna Blossoms. Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm an intuitive guide, a writer. I've been sharing in the French-speaking world for many years now, and today we'll talk about spirit guides and your receiving of their guidance and messages. I want to share a few tips with you, and the first one is call upon them, invoke them. I know this may sound very obvious, but because of the spiritual law of free will, they cannot intervene, they cannot be present with you, help you, guide you, if you do not accept their help and ask for it. So they have to be clearly invited. And when I say clearly invited, I mean you have to have a real, sincere, honest intention. Because you may have the thought, oh yes, I would love to receive the help from my guides, but if deep down you have the belief that you are not deserving of it, that they are not really there to help you, that even though you ask, you are always alone on your path, this is the most prevalent thought. Even though it's unconscious, this will be the message, the vibration that you send to the universe. So when I say ask and invite your guides to come in your life, I really want you to have a thought on that and maybe take the time to clearly, with the whole of your being, ask for them to come. Invite them to be present, to help you, to guide you, to share their wisdom with you. The second tip is to thank them often. You may have already heard that, but I want to repeat that gratitude is one of the highest vibrations that you may feel and have. And it's a beautiful way to, first of all, elevate your vibration, which is going to help you receive the messages and guidance from your guides, but also to open the dialogue, if I may say so. What I mean is, when you have a beautiful thing happening in your life, an opportunity, an intuition, synchronicity, a sign, whatever it is, or a beautiful book that you've encountered, whatever it is that you feel is nourishing your soul, is bringing more light into your life, thank the universe, thank God, thank your spirit guides, because they are there behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Helping you, stumbling upon those opportunities. And when you're thanking them, you're actively saying, I know you're there. I'm acknowledging your presence and your support and your love for me. And I say, I'm grateful for it. You can continue. You can keep it coming. I'm there for it. So try thanking them more often, and you will see that it will strengthen the bond and maybe open the dialogue. Like I've had many times, maybe after saying, thank you, my guides, thank you for being here with me, you will hear a message, you will feel a smile, you will have an intuition that will come. My third tip is to take some intentional time to empty your cup. What I mean by that is sit in silence some of the time. Do things without overburdening your mind. So when you're having a walk, don't always be on the phone. When you're doing, taking a shower, doing the dishes, you don't always have to be listening to a podcast. It's very important to have some moments of either silence or just being, being in a receptive state. Do things, just be with yourself, because those are the moments where you will be the more accessible to your guides. Your mind is wandering, you're just in the moment, and in those moments, your mind is not preoccupied or actively focused on something, so you have an empty cup. It's really like you cannot receive the call from your guides if you're always on the phone. And by that I mean hang up the symbolic phone of your mind to be able to receive the call from your guides. Now let's talk about another point that's very important. Be very conscious and pay attention to your projections and expectations on how the guidance should come and what the message will be. Having a narrow mind and expecting things to come a certain way is a very big block that we don't talk about often for the receiving of intuitive guidance. Because the thing is, the universe is always surprising you, and the answer you want is maybe far away from what you can imagine. So I would say be open, be curious, and try not to expect too much. When you're asking for guidance about something, you can also ask yourself, am I expecting the message to come a certain way? Do I have, a lingering desire for the message to be what I want? And do I really trust for the guides to really come and help me in the best way possible? And oftentimes you will feel that you're asking for guidance, but in reality, you're asking for what you want. And what is best for you is not always what you want. So I would say, ask for guidance and be really open. Trust that your guides are helping you in the best way possible, even though sometimes it may come as a surprising thing. Another point that I want to make very quickly is for you to be convinced that you're helped. You can ask for help all the time, but if you have the belief that you will not receive it, it will not help your case, and it will be more difficult. So really have that faith, cultivate it, and know that you're never alone, that you're always helped, and that your prayers are heard. And my last point is to develop and activate your clairaudience. I would say that for some people, maybe it's going to come easier in visions with the developing of the clairvoyant channel. But if you want to have a dialogue, if you want to receive messages, I'd say that clairaudience is very easy and very convenient. I have a whole video on the topic that I would recommend you watch if you want to activate it, if you want to develop it, and also have an exercise in it that you can do to instantly start receiving messages. So I would recommend you watch that video if you want to develop your clairaudient channel. So there you have it on my tips on how to communicate better with your guides and to receive their help. I want to end this video by saying really have fun with it. Don't take yourself too seriously. Be open, be curious, acknowledge and thank for the support you're receiving from the invisible realms, from your spirit guides, from your angels, because they're always sending your way inspiration, ideas, and creating opportunities and creating synchronicities for you to move forward in your life. So thank you so much for being here with me today. I maybe invite you to watch my video on clairaudience if you want to work on that, and otherwise I will see you in my next video. Have a beautiful day.